Tell me what I do to make this right for everybody else in this courtroom that has spent their time and money this morning.
All right, pause right there for a second. This courtroom is already tense, and we're only a few seconds in. When a judge asks how to make things right for everyone in a room, that's usually a sign that something has gone seriously wrong with the legal process. Judges expect attorneys to respect the court's schedule and procedures. So when someone wastes the court's time, it can trigger consequences fast. The big question here is, did this lawyer make an honest mistake, or is the judge about to lose patience completely?
I'm waiting.
So, Your Honor, as it relates to yesterday, and non-appearance for yesterday, the short answer is that it was not on my calendar.
Were any of the other 6 hearings you didn't attend on your calendar?
Your Honor, I don't believe it was 6 hearings that I missed.
You want to go through the record again?
No, Your Honor. But Your Honor, what happened on yesterday as it relates for a hearing, as the court is fully aware, there was a TI hearing in which was denied regarding the sale of the sign.
And you're getting ready to go back to the ancillary and try to overturn me again, right?
No, I'm not going to do that, Your Honor.
I assure you, you're not.
Okay, so what happened, Your Honor, there's been communications between me and opposing counsel, in particular, going back and forth and trying to get the matter resolved as the case would be. It wasn't until late yesterday, Your Honor, not to violate attorney-client privilege communication, it wasn't until late yesterday that I was directed to seek, if it was possible, to go and see if we could have it modified. At that moment...
Why would I modify it after you've had 6 weeks to modify it?
Your Honor, I was instructed to do it by my client.
Where's your client?
My client...
I instructed him to be here today. Where is he?
Okay. I have no...
I'm about to issue a bench warrant. Where is he?
Your Honor, I have no idea where my client is.
Okay.
But Your Honor, may I explain?
You may not. I'm asking where your client is. You don't know.
Your Honor, if I may explain. When I called in the court advised that we had an emergency hearing scheduled for this morning.
At your request.
I advised my client of the emergency hearing on a status conference. The emergency hearing on a status conference.
That he was ordered to appear at.
Your Honor, I didn't. By the time I got the order, I was driving when I was speaking.
I understand you did it late in the day, and I did it late in the day.
By the time I got the order and tried to reach out to him, I could not reach out to him. I could not contact him.
Why don't you contact him right now and see where he is?
If I may, Your Honor?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do it on the record. I'd like an address where he is because I'm about to send out the constable.
This is probably the 10th phone call that I've made.
Please record your message.
And this is what I get. I've sent an email. I've sent text messages.
Now, this is where things start getting really uncomfortable for the attorney. In court, credibility is everything. If a judge begins to doubt whether a lawyer is telling the truth or even just being careless, that's a huge problem. Notice how the judge asks to see the email evidence. That's not just curiosity. That's the court verifying the lawyer's story in real time. Let me ask you, if you were the judge and you thought someone was wasting the court's time, would you give them another chance?
Does your client want to prosecute this case anymore, or should I dismiss it?
No, yes, he does, Your Honor. He does want to prosecute the matter. Your Honor.
Where is he?
I have no idea where he is.
Go find him right now.
Okay. May I be excused?
Yes. Y'all can step back.
All rise.
Are we on the record?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rhodes, any luck?
No, Your Honor. No luck in contacting him. Mr. Simpson, Attorney Simpson, was able to contact the daughter, who advised that he was in Port Arthur, and also provided me with another number. I tried contacting that number multiple times, and it just goes straight to actually not even voicemail, says that it's full. So.
It's clear to me your client doesn't want to prosecute this case. Why didn't you appear for 6 weeks? And then you appeared last week on Friday. You didn't appear yesterday, and now again this morning you're requesting emergency relief from this court.
Actually, Your Honor, as I mentioned earlier, I did not appear yesterday because the hearing was not on my calendar. When as directed by my client to see if there was availability to have an emergency hearing, not today, but later next week,
Well, you're not getting anything later next week. I promise you that.
I completely understand, Your Honor. I was advised that they wanted to have the hearing this morning, and I advised the court that we were not seeking a hearing to seek relief for today.
Well, but that was after you requested relief from my clerk. And she reached out to me late yesterday afternoon.
And here comes the moment that decides everything. Courtrooms run on strict schedules, and every delay costs time, money, and resources. When someone requests an emergency hearing but shows up unprepared and without their own client, it's almost guaranteed the judge will respond strongly. Sanctions are basically financial penalties meant to punish misconduct and discourage it in the future. But $5,000 directly against the attorney? That's a serious message. Do you think the judge went too far, or was this completely justified?
Get out of my courtroom. Y'all are excused. Y'all on the 8:30 docket, have a seat, relax. Find me a bench warrant. I want him arrested. Find me a bench warrant. I want him arrested. Is there anybody on the 8:30 docket that has everybody here and is ready to go?
Plaintiff's counsel for Uden, Your Honor.
Comment your opinion, like the video, and subscribe for more real courtroom moments.